On the programme Monday, a new independent think tank is launched. What's the thinking behind the New Zealand Institute? And the case for more public-private partnerships to solve our infrastructure problems. Join me at 6:30 Monday morning for ASB Business.
Good evening, I'm Oliver Driver. On tonight's show, what's in store for Nelson now that its star attraction is abandoning the city?
Like doing the OE, they've grown up and they want to spread their wings and get onto the national, international stage.
We meet an 80-year-old artist who's living in the past, ancient Syria to be exact.
The relationship between the ancient goddess and the Virgin Mary is very, very close.
And the Sopranos are pussies compared to the family in Verdi's Force of Destiny.
In the end, of course, almost all of them die, so it's a great opera.
We've also got iconoclastic writer Steve Braunius in the studio to preview the Montana Book Awards and dish the dirt on great New Zealand literary feuds. But first, the Mayor says it's like watching a teenager take off on their OE. But not many kids leave their parents with a headache like this one, because when the World of Wearable Arts show abandons Nelson for Wellington next year, it's going to leave a $6.5 million hole in the local economy. The Mayor's been hosting brainstorming sessions about how to fill that gap, and the townsfolk have set up a committee. So Jeremy Hansen visited Nelson to ask how it's going to maintain its reputation as one of the country's top cultural destinations.
In 1858, Nelson was a township of less than 3,000 people. 12,000 packed the city's main street as the centennial procession gets underway.
In 2004, the once bucolic town of Nelson is a very different place. Its status as an artistic hideaway is being eroded by a real estate boom that now means the region's million-dollar views really do cost that much.
Carnival lights brighten the city as marching teams stage a floodlit display. Fashion has its place tonight as Sarah by Searchlight chugs up to model her exclusive 1925 frock.
And now, one of Nelson's biggest attractions has announced it's leaving town. The hard-headed business decision to move to Wellington is couched in the New Age terms of personal fulfillment by Wearable Arts Chief Executive Gabrielle Hervey.
From different groups, obviously different reactions. From the people who've been involved in the show or close to the show and have helped out over the years, we were a bit concerned that maybe they might be very upset because they weren't going to have this as an annual event in their lives. However, it's been fantastic that they've recognised that this is a very much part of Susie Moncrieff's dream to take this to that next level, and they've been incredibly supportive and very thrilled that WOW has grown to the point that they can make this big step.
It was homegrown, and that's why I think that everyone's feeling a little saddened about it. The part of their family has moved on, and as I describe quite frequently, like doing the OE, they've grown up and they want to spread their wings and get onto the national, international stage and do their big OE. And, you know, we will welcome that. It'll always have that Nelson tag on it.
It may be $6.5 million out of the Nelson economy, but locals like artist and curator Rose Griffin see the departure of Wearable Arts as an opportunity.
It's going to open up the ground again. It's going to open up the territory for new things to fall into those places. And that's why I think it's important that we think about the things that we want to move into those places, and that we think about the quality of the experiences that we're going to offer.
There's a feeling in Nelson that the production of touristy trinkets has taken precedence over genuine creativity. But a new local gallery is trying to reconnect Nelson and its rich artistic heritage, with an exhibition of works by and inspired by legendary local painter Tos Wollaston.
He had a massive influence. Tos Wollaston was radical for his day, took risks, and as a result attracted a lot of artistic followers and a lot of other practitioners to this area. People such as Colin McCann, Rita Angus, Doris Lusk, many others who came to this area during that period and actually felt inspired by it, left to make their own careers, or in Tos's case, came back to settle here and to continue to experiment and to inspire others.
Across town, there's another organisation working to reconnect the city with its artistic history.
The Suter is New Zealand's third oldest art museum and first opened its doors to the public of Nelson in 1899. So in that context, it's really important nationally because only Auckland and Dunedin opened their doors before the Suter did.
But a 4-year-old plan to redevelop the Suter has run into unexpected opposition. One group wants to protect the neighbouring park, another the Suter's theatre, and yet another group is drawing up plans it says will cost half as much as the current $7 million scheme. None of these groups would discuss their quibbles on camera, but the Suter's renovation looks like it'll be stalled until their concerns are sorted out.
They have got two plans, A plan and B plan. I think the original one they've got, Plan A, it's slightly ambitious, but because it is in the heart of the city and it has to cater for years to come, not just short term. I think that's the best one. But they've just got this little domestic going on that they've got to sort out amongst their supporters.
How long do you think that will take?
Well, I've asked them if they'd try and clear it up as soon as possible, and all going well, I think by Christmas they would have resolved to proceed on one or the other.
I think any project like this attracts attention. We saw a very similar thing happen with the new gallery in Christchurch, the Christchurch Art Gallery. It wasn't really until the construction started that, you know, people got excited about what the project was going to deliver. So the attention the project is attracting, it goes with the territory.
While the Suter's plans remain in limbo, the World of Wearable Arts show takes its final bow in Nelson in September. It'll be the end of an era and a new beginning if the community can agree on a way forward, a way of ensuring Nelson's rich artistic heritage isn't just a thing of the past.
Now, Nelson Mayor Paul Matheson says his council is chipping in $750,000 towards the Suter's renovation and that he's personally been lobbying Helen Clark for government funding from the Regional Museums Fund. Suter director Helen Telford hopes construction will eventually get underway sometime next year. Next up, award-winning Listener columnist and critic Steve Braunias opens up about what makes him tick and what's going on at the Listener. And later, Gordon Crook gets in touch with his inner goddess.
She generates all things in our world, so she's the life giver and the death wilder.